Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the UAB Blazers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Blazers offense takes the field. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Fires downfield. Soft spot in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blazers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Setting up the screen. Oh, what a cut! They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, UAB! They put the first points on the board.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Nicholson. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Dances away to buy time. He wants it all. Touchdown, UAB. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Georgia State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too.
He's loose. He smashes his way through again. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
Hits him in stride at the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. To the air, it's Snyder. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense a down. Instead, they'll replay it. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Pulls it in, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
Well, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Complete in the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So now it's second and long. Leaves it with the running back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Blazers want to move quickly. Off play action. Now improvising. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Blazers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Wants to go up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. Finding an escape route. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up 14 over North Texas. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Snyder. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Here's the handoff. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. From midfield, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Bean. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll run it to the right. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Blazers have taken it inside the 20. Back to pass. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Snyder. Quickly to the tight end. Gets away from one, he's got space. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Georgia State jumps back to the line. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he's still running after the move. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Showing off the arms. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Picks up 6. First down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll run play action. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Blazers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Dropping back, it's Snyder. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Running back searching for a hole. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They kick it away on fourth down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to pass it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And the Blazers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Back to throw, it's Snyder. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Panthers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 21 to Clemson. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit.
Oh, he's got some space. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops falling and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Heaves it on the run. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll move the tight end. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Open space at the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these runs.
He just handled him poorly, and it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And sometimes you just count your blessings, and the blessing for the offense was that the ball went out of bounds.
How devastating would that have been for this offense, Reese, if they had lost possession down here in the red zone like that? That would have been a killer for this offense, for their momentum, for the entire team. Really.
Touchdown, UAB! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are... He lobs one high down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Snyder. They're setting up the screen. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and they're...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Wants to fire on second down. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blazers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
There he goes! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. To the air, it's Snyder. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They want that clock to run.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Set to kick this one away.
Running to Green.
The returner is tackled down at the 37, and the UAB offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Looking for a gap. It's Nicholson. Gets it past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side.
And he pulls it up inside the 20. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now on the move. Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Here comes the heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This
breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Brings up second down.
Looking to throw, it's Snyder. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Oh, he's looking to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Looking to pass, it's Snyder. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Georgia State jumps back to the line. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
The ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They want to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Georgia State hoping to convert on 4th down here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was